Hello there! Today I wanted to discuss the project Rebalance skilling post that was made on the official OSRS website. There's a few things I like and also a few that seem a little bit odd to me. Let's go over the agility changes to rooftop courses first. I do very much agree that the jump from level 60 to 90 plus content is a bit too thin right now, as is now because of diary teleports. Seer, that is a level 60 rooftop course, gets a higher XP rate than the level 70 and 80 courses, which is pretty wild, especially looking at the XP difference of those levels. The new changes bring an incremental increase to both Polnivnic at level 70 and Releka at level 80. The Seer's XP rate will be left unchanged, and Polnivnic increases from 52.3 to 59k XP an hour. This also will give better marks of grace than Seer's. The same goes for Releka at level 80, which will now be increased from 55k to 61k, and once again better marks than the previous course, which is Polnivnic. The RD course was initially changed to 70k, which I myself do not mind, as floor 5 of Sepulchre nets you 90k plus with some practice and a 100k plus experience per hour for more experienced players. However, Jagex decided to cut that one back and buff the course with an incredible 700 XP per hour, from 62.3k XP an hour to 63k. I do think the RD course with a steep requirement like 90 agility should be a little more, maybe 68k-ish to even 70k XP an hour. The XP buff at the Brimhaven Agility Arena also looks good for lower level players who want to train with more focus. And next, let's cover the big one, Hallowed Sepulchre. They finally made the decision to allow us to unlock a private instance of the Sepulchre. This allows the player to start the floor as they enter Sepulchre, and this had been highly requested. The reason for this being is if you start a floor, you know which traps go off at which moment, and if you're tick perfect, you get the perfect XP rates. If another player is on the same world as you right now, they can pre-start the floor, which ruins the tick perfect floors, which results in less XP an hour. They are moving some XP around from floor 5 to 3 and 4, which I guess is fine because they're filling in the 70 to 90 agility part and they don't really touch the final XP an hour rate. So this is what they're doing with the Sepulchre rates. Floor 1 to 3 is currently 66.7k XP an hour. This will be changed to 71k XP an hour. Floor 1 to 4 is currently 76k XP an hour. This will be changed to 81k XP an hour. And floor 1 to 5 will be left unchanged at a rate from anywhere between 90 to 108k XP an hour. Next, here's the thieving changes. This is a table of the current and proposed XP rates of some mobs. I personally like it that you have more of a choice now, especially for people who want to, for example, do clue hunting or something like that. I like that this choice doesn't make RD Knights the only option to AFK to 99, so I think this is good. Some changes have been made to the Slayer task table as well, reducing task variety per Slayer Master, and next to that the option will be added to immediately skip a task in dialogue. This will cost 30 Slayer points if I am not mistaken. Mining changes, which only had a 3% difference of people saying they wanted changes compared to agility, got only a couple of changes. A bit weird to make such a distinction in changes for just a 3% difference. But here they are. Blastmine is getting a bunch of changes, increasing the despawn timer, increasing the capacity for depositing, and adding a counter to track ores deposited, alongside an elite current diary bonus that gives more high level ores. For more details, I suggest you read the news post on the OSRS website yourself. All round, I think this is a pretty decent batch of changes. I've seen a lot of discussing going on, especially about agility. People asking for the XP rates of the RD course to be close to floor 5 Sepulchre rates, which is pretty crazy to me. Others saying to make Sepulchre 120k XP an hour along with Ardonia 90k XP an hour is also not the solution whatsoever in my opinion. You cannot expect increases of 20% to skills in a single go, and skills shouldn't all be the same speed either. I think agility can definitely use optimization, but is fine as is in current XP rates. I've seen this discussion pop up multiple times now where people ask for super AFK training methods or unreasonable XP buffs to skills. Again, this is my opinion, but if you want to get a requirement or a skill cape, you should do the grind. Nobody is obligating you to train the skill to any single level. This doesn't mean skills should be kept at the XP rates they got released on, not at all. Updates, changes and buffs are generally good for game progression, but it also shouldn't mean we take the RS3 route with this and make every single thing 300k XP an hour. Requesting methods for every single skill to be 30 to 40k XP an hour with one click every 20 minutes is very unreasonable. If you want a level, a skill cape, or even the max cape, which is an endgame goal for most people, you should accept that not all skills will be as enjoyable and decide to either do it or don't. I just get the impression a very vocal minority of lower to mid-level players seem to want a lot of endgame and beyond average player achievements to be spoon-fed to them. It's not like they're asking for a quest requirement for free, because you can do every single endgame PVM content quest with 70 stats. They're asking for 99s, which is a big goal and an endgame completionist goal. This little ramble at the end wasn't really planned or intended, but I had to say my thoughts on what I've seen more and more of. I want to thank you guys for watching this short video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.